Morning, sir. Good morning. Please take a seat. Thank you, sir. Adarsh,
Yes.
you come from Southwest Delhi,
Yes, sir.
and this is your fifth attempt.
Yes, sir.
Your optional subject is anthropology,
Anthropology, yes.
and you have special interest in geopolitics of Middle East and Pakistan.
Yes.
Why specifically Middle East and Pakistan?
So the reason being that right from the days of my college and even while my preparation of UPSC, the region of Middle East has always been in news for various reasons. Like it has always been in news because of various conflicts that have happened across the states of Middle East. And same goes with Pakistan because it is our neighbor and we have a checkered past. So it was always intriguing for me that why we have certain relationship status with Pakistan, and as I grew older, I started to read certain things about it, read newspapers and all these things. So that was primary reason, sir.
Okay, can you tell me the equation between petrodollars and petro yuan?
Sorry, sir, I will not.
Do you understand the term petrodollar?
Yes.
What is it?
So the payment that we give for the import of the oil that we do in dollars, so those are actually called petrodollars because despite the countries which are Middle Eastern countries, they do not take the money in their own local currency, but they take in dollars. So that is actually an arrangement that they have done with the USA, that the oil trade will be done in the dollars.
What are the fault lines in Middle East, geopolitical fault lines?
So the first one, which is more prominent, is the Shia-Sunni conflict. Second one is the Israel-Palestine conflict. Third, I would say that because of the monarchy and the dictatorships that are prevalent across various states, the people in the Middle East feel that they want democracy. That is why we had seen even the Arab Spring, but it could not come to fruition because there were certain other elements to it. But I would say that the people want democratization, but there are certain external forces as well as the monarchs and the dictators who try to hold the power and do not allow democratization of the state, sir.
The 1979 revolution that happened in Iran,
Yes, sir.
how did that change the entire geopolitical landscape in Middle East?
So the earlier ruler, the Shah regime, was there in Iran. So that was friendly to the USA, and their interests were taken care of by the USA. But after the Islamic regime of Iran came into power, they were anti-American, both in terms of their policies and also in terms of their values. So and also anti-Israel. So they had an open declaration of uh, commitment to the destruction of the state of Israel, which they had proclaimed right from the day when they came to power. And also the because of the Shia Islamism that was which was the political character of the government of the day, the Sunni countries also felt a bit threatened by it because they felt that Shia Islamism, because they also had Shia minorities within their nations, so they felt that the Shia theocracy in Iran could influence these Shia minorities, so that can lead to political instabilities in those countries. So they were threatened by it, sir.
Okay, now Israel is at war with Hamas,
Yes, sir.
and obviously the territory is Gaza and West Bank. All those areas are under stress. Recently, India has shown a kind of nearness towards Israel because of obvious reasons. Do you think that weakens India's stance on Palestine?
Sir, India is a sovereign country, and the government of the day thinks the national interest as the first priority. And they feel that Israel as a country has been in power for like 1947, and it is important for them to realize that the reality of Israel, both in terms of their military capabilities as well as their technological capabilities. So, India has to take certain like the advantages that we get from them. For example, we have worked together in the agricultural field because Israel earlier used to be a desert area, a lot of the area. So they have developed good agricultural techniques, drip irrigation. So we have taken help with that. Also in terms of drones, we have taken help from them. So the interests that converge together, they have also helped in anti-terrorism
Hmm.
uh, strategies and techniques. So that has helped the areas of convergence. We have taken interest in them. Whereas the moral question about the question of Palestine, we are still with the two-state solution, and at the same time, we also send the humanitarian aid to the people of Palestine through the UNRWA and other agencies. So I would say that India is taking its national interest to be the first priority, sir.
Okay, do you believe that Pakistan is walking a tightrope when it comes to balancing its equations with China on one hand and the United States on the other? And that creates a geopolitical confusion for India. Do you believe in this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Pakistan, because of its history, they was close to the USA in their Cold War era. So they had even signed the CENTO and the SEATO. So, but after the rise of China and also the antagonism that is between China and India, they thought that China would be a good partner. And Chinese also see Pakistanis as a good leverage against Indians. So they try to employ that against us. So Pakistan also gets a lot of debt, and also the recent CPEC, the Chinese Pakistan Economic Corridor, which they hail as something which can bring the economy back to its legs. So they think that China as a partner is important, whereas at the same time, because of the past history that they have with the US, they cannot even leave them totally. A lot of their Pakistani military leaders, after retirement, they go and settle in the Western nations. So they have their investments and their families over there as well. So that is a predicament for the Pakistani establishment, that they have to walk a tightrope. As far as India is considered, I think India is a sovereign nation, sir, and it takes its decision not on the basis of what Pakistan is doing or what Pakistan is not doing, rather what India's interest suits India. So that is what we do, sir.
How do you read the movements of Afghan Taliban with respect to Pakistan?
Sir, Afghan Taliban came to the power in 2021, and people and the experts say that the Pakistani military establishment was behind it in a big way. But they also have certain issues with the Durand line. The Afghani people have never recognized the Durand line because it divides the Pashtun people across the borders. So, for them, supporting the TTP, that is the terrorist come the militant organization in Pakistan, is important, because they also have a they also fear threatened from the Islamic State, sir. So they feel that if they abandon the TTP personnel, they can then join the Islamic State, and that can be a national security problem for Afghan. So that is one of the reasons that they have to support them. And TTP is actually for implementing the Sharia in the state of Pakistan. So that is their motives. So that is why they fight against the Pakistani military and the establishment at general, sir.
In one of his previous speeches from the Red Fort, the Honorable Prime Minister had thanked the people of Balochistan. What should be India's stance with respect to Balochistan and the things that are going on in that region?
Sir, India would always like to have a stable as well as a peaceful Pakistan, because it suits our interests as well. So people in Balochistan, though, have problems regarding political alienation, and the representativeness is not given in the power structure. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said in one of his speeches at the Red Fort that we support the Baloch liberation. So from seeing from that angle, we should always support the diplomatic efforts for the like there are certain non-violent movements in Balochistan led by Mehrang Baloch. So for such movements, we should promote them at the international forums. That the injustices that has been done against the Baloch people, that should be highlighted by the Indian government as well at the international forum, sir.
What are your strengths?
Sir, my strength, I would say, first would be emotional intelligence, because I feel that I am a keen listener and people do speak their hearts out to me. So that is my first strength, sir. Second, I would say that because I'm from Delhi, sir, and they say that Dilwalo ki Delhi, so I would say that magnanimity is also one of my strengths, because we have been living with people across different states, even in my locality. So people from South India, people from West India. So we have developed a kind of cultural sensitivity. So that has also been one of my strengths. And so thirdly, I would say that because my background is engineering and I've been a science student, so I would say scientific temperament, thinking things from a rational point of view and not being too emotional, that is also one of my strengths.
Okay, now Adarsh, just name one weakness that you have, and please do not portray a strength as a weakness.
Sir, I would say that self-criticism at a level that actually demotivates me, or I would say leads me to wrong conclusions sometimes. Because I sometimes feel that I have to do a lot of things, so those expectations take a they take a toll on me, and sometimes I'm not able to perform up to the expectations that I have. Though in reality, would have performed better, but because of those expectations and self-criticism that I have, sometimes that makes me emotionally sad. That is one of my weaknesses.
Thank you, Adarsh.
Thank you,
sir.
Okay, Adarsh. You belong to Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a demand, clamor rather, for grant of statehood to Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Would you support that, or you think that we should continue the way we are?
So Delhi has a unique position because it's a union territory. So for statehood, I would say that just like Washington DC is there, just like other capitals are there, they are under the central government. So from that perspective, I would say that Delhi must be with the central government. But at the same time, the role of LG that is there in Delhi, I would say that spirit of the constitution must be followed by that position, because the Supreme Court has also said in its decisions that the LG must heed to the aid and advice of the elected government, and only in the three places like the land, public order, and police, they should follow the central government. So apart from the three, sir, I would say the LG must cooperate with the CM, and that would resolve the conflicts that we have. So I would say, sir, statehood may not be a good idea, but certain changes can happen, sir.
Your father is in with the CAPF.
Yes, sir. CIS.
CIS. How many CAPF we have?
Sir, we have 7 CAPFs, CRPF, CIS.
Is any of them under dual control of two ministries?
So I suppose Assam Rifles is
Which ministries?
so Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Defense.
I've noticed that geopolitics you've given as your a passion,
Yes, sir.
but in your IFS option you've given at 5.
Yes, sir.
Does it match, or does it sort of show as a contradiction?
No, sir, there is no contradiction, because pursuing it as an interest would still continue even if I become an IAS officer. And because interests are something which are hard to die down. And even if I get a chance to, say, work in foreign nation as some ambassador, having IAS as my position, I would obviously would love to do that, sir. So I don't think there is a contradiction, sir.
You've said no to serving Delhi. Why? As an IAS or as an IPS? Why is it so?
Sir, because there were certain instances, like first reason is, sir, my ancestral village, my ancestral place, my father and mother actually hail from Uttar Pradesh. So that is the first reason, sir. And sir, the second reason is obviously the opportunities and challenges, because Uttar Pradesh is a combination of both urban as well as the rural parts, whereas in Delhi it's more urban centric. So the problems here are urban in nature.
So see, close reading of your option of your preferences for the service.
Yes, sir.
Danix and Danits you've put at 6 and 7.
Yes, sir.
But IAS and IPS as a cadre, you've said no.
Yes, sir.
I mean, almost said no.
Yes.
You have said no, in fact. You've said no.
Yes, sir, I have
Okay?
said no.
That is a contradiction, it seems. Danix and Danits you put at 6 and 7, much above many Group A services.
Yes, sir. Sir, I don't see a contradiction, because my first preferences are IAS and IPS, and I feel the kind of work that SDM of Delhi or the ACP of Delhi do is similar to that of IAS and IPS. They have grassroots. They are involved in the grassroots administration.
No, you didn't answer my question. Why no to Delhi as IAS or IPS, but as Danix and Danits at 6 and 7? That is my question.
So because that is my preference, sir, that I would prefer to be.
That is preference
Yes.
is given, but
Yes.
why saying no as in a higher capacity and yes in a lower capacity?
So,
As a Group B officer, you would reach a Group A position after 8 years in service.
yes, sir.
So there you've said yes, but if you are getting it as an IAS or IPS, you are saying no.
Yes, sir. Sir, I don't see a contradiction in it.
You don't, but I see it.
Acha.
That is how the board will see it. You've given it in writing.
Yes, sir. So Danix and Danips, because I hail from Delhi.
So you also hail for Delhi as an IAS officer.
Yes, sir.
It is not that for Danix you are hailing from Delhi and for IAS you are not.
Yes, sir. Sir, it was actually like I had to choose between what kind of job profile I would like to have. Like so, my inclination was towards the public service, so that was clear in my mind. But at the same time, I wanted to have.
Why the station, I want to know. Why the change in preference for station? Delhi, no in one capacity and yes in other capacity. That is only not the service part.
So because the reason that I gave, that Uttar Pradesh being a state which has like
I see, you're going round and round, but you're not answering the question. You know it. You prepare a better answer for that. It
okay.
doesn't really gel with. Okay, now tell me, uh, how does the how does anthropology aid an understanding of regionalism? Regionalism.
Sir, anthropology as a subject helps in aiding the study of regionalism because we are able to study the intentions of the group that are at the ground, whether their intention, because regionalism is also positive as well as negative. So positive regionalism is in a way where they are having subnationalism, but at the same they are proud of their identity, but they also love their nation. So that is also a kind of
And
regionalism.
communalism?
Yes.
How does anthro aid an understanding of communalism?
So, the anthropology helps to understand communalism's basic reasons why it has arisen at the first place. Apart from the emotional or the regional, the religious reasons, they try to see the material reasons as well. Whether there has been some the resource distribution has not been done properly, or whether there has been certain local factors which were prevalent in terms of like the political representation of people or something on these lines. So it tries to see more from the material aspect and from the humanitarian aspect, like the basic understanding of why such cases have arisen, and also it sees from the cultural aspect as well, that why the cultures or the why the mindset of the people has been such that they were willing to kill one another just because they are from different religions. So it helps in that.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, others.
Yes, sir.
You have completed your B in 2019.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. And this is your fifth attempt.
Yes, sir.
So why didn't you go for campus placements after completing your B from you are from a very good college and
Yes.
IT?
Yes. Sir, actually, during the college preparation itself, I felt that I would be better off in a civil service job rather than being a IT engineer, sir. That was my primary reason, sir.
No, I see the primary reason being that so many technocrats are now choosing uh, civil services as a career,
Yes, sir.
and power is a great charmer there.
Yes, sir.
How do you see?
Sir, power can be a factor, but cannot be the only factor, because ultimately public service is for what you are intending to do for the people. Like, do you have compassion? Do you have the empathy? Do you have the sensitivity to work for the people? And also at the same time, yes, authority matters, but it is not the sole factor. Ultimately, when we are with the people, we have lived our lives. We are seeing the lives of other people. So
Those all things you can do being a technocrat also. So many people from engineering background, they are doing great in our country and in the world even.
So this was the same question that was asked yesterday by Nikhil Kamath to the Prime Minister of India, that one has to become a politician? So he gave a very decent answer to this, and I would like to add to that as only, so that he said that uh, in public authority, you have a direct role in the public policy, and public policy impacts the people directly. Okay, you can do other things as well, but that is limited in nature. That is what he said, sir. So I would like to.
That is also limited. You will be posted as a collector in a district.
Yes, sir.
You cannot change the whole country.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there are limitations there also.
Yes, sir. But sir, at the same time, whatever, like the cog in the wheel theory that goes, like you are like like you are one of the parts of the big machine. So whatever your role is in that machine, you just do that. You can't change the whole world, but whatever it is in your capacity, I think that should be done, sir. Just because we can't change the whole world, that should not mean that we should not even try to do something, sir. That is what I personally believe, sir.
Okay. You have been a lead organizer of hackathon
Yes, sir.
competitive programming at what does it mean? What was your role
Sir,
at hackathon?
so basically, it was a college level event. So what we do is we organize certain competitive programming competitions where we actually invite students from other colleges, like like my college in Delhi. So I will invite students from DTU, IGDTU, USIT. So those students will come and compete with one another. We have a set of questions, say 5 questions or 10 questions, and whosoever is able to do the questions in the limited time that we have, they are given prize money, sir. That was the main event, sir.
Okay, how you see the police system in Delhi and whether the current setup is more suitable or the demand which is rising?
Sir, the Delhi Police works under the commissionerate system under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So it is not responsible or accountable to the Chief Minister of the day. So the I would say that it is a good system in a way because the police person are still accountable to the Home Ministry and the Home Minister. Otherwise, we see that in certain other states like Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, that a lot of the times the local MLAs and the local workers of parties also try to influence the policemen. So political interference is too much in those states. Whereas in Delhi, we see that because the MHA is directly involved with the police people, they do not.
When everything is perfect, then why is there demand rising from the other sections?
So there are certain political demands because
Political demands
so like the chief minister of Delhi say that the
means if Chief Minister of Delhi is saying something uh, in a democracy, he is the leader.
yes sir.
He is the leader. He
Yes,
has been chosen.
yes sir.
Hmm? So this is a political demand.
He has genuine concerns as well, sir, because Delhi is considered.
What are those
Okay.
concerns?
So first is that there are a lot of gang wars that happen in Delhi, and the chief minister has said that the Delhi police has not been able to contain those gang wars. Second is also chain snatching and other crimes against women as well, which the Delhi chief minister has said that they are not able to have a like a strong response to those.
Are they not genuine demands?
Yes, sir.
Any elected leader is demanding something on the basis of such things that you are indicating.
Yes, sir.
Then isn't it?
Yes, sir, they are genuine demands. The concerns raised are genuine, but the solutions to it are not simple. That like you,
Not simple in that way.
yes, sir.
Which way?
Sir, that you place the Delhi police under the chief minister, and all the solutions would.
Can you cite any examples from other countries? Because in so many countries there are NCR type regions.
Yes, sir. So, for example, in London, the mayor of the London has the important role in maintaining and taking the accountability of the police. Whereas in Delhi, the mayor itself does not have that kind of power. So that is a difference. So we can have certain things like mayor, but as of now, because Delhi,
Higher, but not chief minister.
yes, same, sir. I mean, sir, that as of now, sir, Union Territory of Delhi is under the central government. So
Means you are saying that mayor can hold the power, but not that power cannot be delegated to the chief minister.
sir, because
Why?
s-
He is the elected. He is the elected representative.
yes, sir. Sir, the mayor in London has other roles as well. Like it is more powerful, like in terms of the municipal administration, and he's the only accountable person. So, becoming like Delhi police under the CM would make Delhi like equivalent to a statehood. So that would violate the.
Okay, it's okay. Over to sir. Okay, Mr. Adarsh,
Yes,
you never took any surname.
no, sir.
Was it any reason doing that, dropping surnames?
Sir, I did not drop it. I did not have it in the first place itself. My father had decided that you should not have a surname.
That's good. It's interesting.
Yes, sir.
That's your personal choice. Uh, since you have your interest in Middle East,
Yes.
certainly you must be reading the many commentators, writers of the international relations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So have you ever been puzzled by the fact that the most of the commentators, or rather all of them, don't use the term Middle East, but rather they call it West Asia?
Yes, sir.
Then why did you choose to write in the DAF that you're interested in Middle East? And what's the difference between Middle East and West Asia?
So from an Indian context, we call the region as West Asia, whereas the US-centric politics call it as the Middle East, because for them it is it is Middle East region because it is to the east to them. So that is the basic difference, sir.
Although you are not entirely correct, but even if I take it for granted, why an Indian having interest in the quote unquote Middle East wouldn't call it West Asia? Because if that is Indian perspective, which is not necessarily true, but anyway, I take it for granted.
Sir, actually, this was a mistake that I realized after submitting the DAF that yes, I should have written it West Asia, but because we read Middle East too much in newspapers and
That you do not. That's what I said, because it was a perspective much earlier. When was the colonial mindset was there, and the European, the Portuguese, and the Spain, and then Britain and France and America looked at it.
yes.
So anyway, and another puzzling aspect is that your interest in Pakistan. So why wouldn't it call it South Asia?
So Pakistan is part of South Asia, but our relations with most of the countries has been peaceful as well as sometimes tensions, but not at a level there we have.
But taking interest in the affairs of Pakistan, does it stops at the border of Pakistan, or does it transcend the Pakistan border? And then if it happens, then wouldn't it become South Asia?
Yes. So the reason I had a keen interest in Pakistan was, like I said earlier, was that Pakistan has been at a war with us for 3 times, and Pakistan has always been an issue that is always in the minds of the prime ministers and the external affairs ministers. And a lot of policies is also determined by like how do we deal with Pakistan. So it has been an integral part of the Indian government from the days of independence itself. So I think that it that was the reason, sir, that I wanted to know more about why such things are happening.
And another interesting aspect is that as a computer engineer is switching to anthropology.
Yes, sir.
So anthropology will help you in becoming a good administrator. And if you notice, many of the policies in the modern times that the government formulates, especially the developmental policy, and especially those policies which has got ethnic element involved into that, then we adopt multicultural perspective.
Yep.
What is this perspective?
So the multicultural perspective means that the ethnic groups that are involved in a region, they may have certain different eating habits, different religions, and different like clothes wearing, all those things. Marriage rules may be different, but at the same time, we accept them as our own citizens. So our policy of multicultural,
Our own citizens.
I mean, sir, that we are all equal in those terms, and we accept their diversity and their culture as one of our own. So that is what I was trying to say. So multicultural.
Be very careful with
Yes.
words. You might have realized
Yes, sir.
that where you went from. Okay, one more thing. As you know that now that you are a student of anthropology, so our approach to the simple societies or the tribal societies
Yes.
has always been in a flux. So from the days of the Thakkar Bapa to the Jawaharlal Nehru, how we thought at it, and the modern way that we are looking at it, why do you think that we have not settled as yet that whether we want to integrate them or whether we want to give them the cultural autonomy and they could choose their own lot?
So the answer to this lies in the fact that the status of all the tribals in India are at different level in terms of their economic as well as their cultural mainstreaming, sir. Because certain tribes, say Meena tribe in the Rajasthan or the Bhil tribes in Rajasthan and Gujarat, they are almost mainstream tribes, sir. They are part of the mainstream society. So for the policies for them would be a bit different than say Sentinelese, which are like completely isolated. So our policies as Verrier Elvin and also Mr. Gure had said that they should be based on the tribe that which we are dealing with. Not we should not have a one size fit all rule. and that has also been followed. Like we have PVTG communities as well. For them, we have separate schemes. Like recently, the PM Janman scheme was made for them. So we do have different approaches to different tribal groups. So I would say, sir, that it is not correct to say that we are confused. We have an approach which is based on the status of the tribe, sir.
In the same breath, you used the name of Warrior Alvin and Ghure. Call it Dr. Ghure. Sorry. Is considered the father of sociology, anthropology in our country, and very, very respectable figure. So Dr. Ghure. But in same breath, you used the names of Dr. Ghure and Alvin. But there is a fundamental difference in their approach. Diametric opposite to each other. What's the difference?
Sir, Mr. Verrier Elvin had called for an approach of isolationism, and although it changed into integration as well after the Mr. Nehru's Panchim program. Whereas Dr. Ghure's approach was based on assimilation, he called the tribes as some like backward Hindus which can be assimilated within the larger Hindu circle. So that was the basic difference between their approaches, sir.
That's very good. I noticed that with great passion, being again, quote unquote, Delhiite.
Yes, sir.
With great passion, you were talking about Delhi and how it should be in state or not. Have you read Article 239, capital AA?
Yes, certain provisions I have.
Indian Constitution you might have read.
Yes, sir, yes.
Have you read this article?
Yes, sir, I had read it.
So, can you tell me that what is so special about it? And would you want to make any changes in this article?
So the basic...
Anything you want to amend once again, the 69th Amendment Act?
Sir, the position of LG has been clearly established as like that it cannot function. It has to work as per the aid and advice of the Chief Minister. But I would say that that should be more clearly delineated in terms of the like we have seen that cases have been gone to Supreme Court in terms of the bureaucracy, postings and all those things, promotions and all those, that who controls
that
them.
one ambiguous element about service matters was there.
Yes, sir.
And that is still sub judice.
Yes, sir.
Because central government came with an ordinance. But Lieutenant Governor's role is clear. If it disagrees with any decision of the
Then it goes to
present
the
government,
Yes, sir.
you can refer it to the president.
Sir, I would not like to change the basic aspect because there is a logic behind it, that why land or public order or police is not under the central government, not under the state government. So I would like to have that, but more clear, more the ambiguity in the day-to-day administration should be removed so that the chief minister should not feel paralyzed in its functioning.
Paralyzed.
Yes.
Thank you. Be careful. Sir.
Adarsh, before we close this interaction, one final question. Yes, as sir was highlighting, there is a contradiction in your service preference. There is also a contradiction in your zone preferences.
Yes.
What I would like to bring your attention towards is your optional subject is anthropology.
Yes, sir.
And the northeastern part of country is an anthropological laboratory.
Yes, sir.
And yet zone 4 is your last preference in the order of preference for zones. Isn't that a contradiction, Adarsh?
No, sir, it is not a contradiction as such, because the preferences are meant to ask you that what is your first preference. So in that relation, I did not see it from an anthropological perspective, because administration is much more than that. Administration is resolving the issues the people have in their day-to-day lives, and also the opportunities that you get in certain states and you do not get in certain states. So for Northeast, sir, the basic thing that hindered me was the issue that maybe that I may not be able, because I have no knowledge background, the language background. So I may find difficult to communicate with them. And although they train us in the training, but I felt that I would be much more proficient and efficient in certain states where I can speak my own language, sir.
Can you speak Odia?
No, sir.
But it is your first preference.
First preference.
In zone 2 is your first preference. Zone 2 is your first preference. And Odisha comes in zone 2.
Number 4.
At number 4.
Okay, 4 years.
Actually,
Zone wise, your preference is zone 2 first preference, zone
Yes,
1
sir.
second preference. In zone 2, there are 4 states: Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
And in that, intra-zonal preferences: 1 Uttar Pradesh, second Bihar, third Jharkhand. Okay, I can understand all these states are Hindi speaking.
Yes, sir.
But what about Odisha?
That
If
is
you
why I
consider
placed
that
it
factor, what would happen if you get Odisha?
Sir, I will work in Odisha as well. It does not matter where I'm posted, but if they are asking me my preference, then I had my certain choices and certain like preferences. So that is why I've given.
So if you are given Nagaland,
Yes, sir.
will you happily go and serve there?
Yes, sir. There is no issue because ultimately we are there to do this service. Sir.
What is the biggest challenge of Nagaland as of now? Administrative challenge.
Sir, sorry, sir. I have to read about it.
Thank you, Adarsh. Your interview is over. We'll reconnect with you in some time for a
Okay,
feedback.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Seized up. Others.
BCT.
Thank you, sir.
Well, now we are also tasked with the assessment, to make an assessment of how you perform.
Yes, sir.
3-4 areas that need to be brought to your notice. One is that with your communication skills, we have issues. I mean, you were quite good in communicating, in delivering your delivery. Those are very good, except that the speed can be little bit. It was too fast.
Okay, sir.
That itself is good enough for your. If you have control over this, or if you can mend it, we have no issues on your communication part of it. Now the content part.
Yes, sir.
Anthro, I found your answer feel very good. In fact, I would say outstanding. Thank you for the answers you gave. 2-3 चीज़ें हैं अगर ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ आवर डिस्कशन यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस्ड.
Yes.
1-2 तो पढ़ा मैं नंबर साहब ने आपको बताया ही. यू एडमिटेड ऑल्सो कि वहाँ पे गड़बड़ हो गया है. 2 एरियाज और है. एक तो यू कैनॉट टेक द you cannot assign a reason that language has been a factor
Okay.
in selecting a particular, I mean, keeping a particular preference to one region vis-a-vis another.
Okay.
Language cannot be the reason.
Yes.
यहाँ हमारा तो ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज पॉलिसी है.
Yes.
सब कुछ है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट में मोर लेस इंग्लिश इज एक्सेप्टेबल.
Yes, sir.
तो लैंग्वेज कैन देन wherever you go, whichever career is assigned to you, you are supposed to undergo a short training of
Yes.
4 months. कन्नड़ हो कोई, I mean, difficult languages also 4 months is assigned totally for your. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Language cannot be given now. Now what you've written in DAF is there.
Yes.
That you cannot. Now the cadre part, the most difficult part that I wish to. उसमें contradiction हो गया है.
Okay.
ठीक है ना? For the simple reason that at one level, at the IAS level or IPS level, you say I don't wish to go there. Accept the responsibility for Delhi. Take ownership for Delhi, and for the Danics and Danics, that is at a lower level, you are accepting the responsibility for it. ये थोड़ा contradiction तो इसमें दिख रहा है. ठीक है ना?
Okay, sir.
Now how to get over this is the issue.
Yes.
Now finding fault in what you've written here is not the. I thought maybe you can think over it. We've discussed this.
Yes.
You can perhaps say that it also the Danits has some beautiful islands, this along with Delhi.
Andaman Nicobar.
Lakshadweep hai, Dadar, and beautiful places.
Yes.
So you can perhaps say, sir, I have a passion for traveling. I have traveled to those places with my family. So that initial why is age में impressionable age में if you find something attractive, it
Yes.
stays with you.
Yes.
So sir, I like those places. Therefore, perhaps that was in my mind when I put this as at 6 and 7.
Okay.
सोच लो आप अगर वो हो सकता है चल सकता है, because it cannot be the way you are arguing with me, वो चलेगा नहीं.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना? आपको कहीं का गवर्नर बनाया जाए तो आप मान लेंगे, और वहाँ पर आपको अगर मिडिल लेवल ऑफिसर बनाया जाए कहेंगे नहीं साहब हमको ये नहीं चाहिए, वो नहीं चलेगा इस.
Okay, sir.
अच्छा देन आपका एक और इश्यू था ना, हम लोग कोई बात कर रहे थे इसका.
Delhi police.
दिल्ली पुलिस. देखिए, you sounded as if you were defending the rule of Kejriwal vis-a-vis, that's how it appeared, because at 2 occasions I noticed that you said कि the court has said that that the LE should also. The court has actually made a very balanced observation.
Yes.
Both of them should mend.
Yes.
Both of them should bend and both of them should meet at one point.
Okay, sir.
ये कहा है कोर्ट ने. आपके उससे लग रहा था कि आप LG की तरफ से ज़्यादा हो. You're being a bit harsh on the LG.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना? Just
Okay, sir.
make it more
Yeah.
balanced. That as per the observations of the court, they have said that both of you should meet, because ultimately it is the service of both of you is towards serving the city of Delhi.
Okay, sir.
तो वहाँ पर आप लोग दोनों मीटिंग पॉइंट होना चाहिए। ओके, ठीक है ना? ये सब तकरीबन हो गया। बढ़िया, हो गया more or less। आप लोग अपना वो सब then this will be at the end of it, no?
Others,
Yes.
I would also like to add few more things to what sir has already said. First is what I felt was you were not listening to the questions properly on some occasions. And there was a kind of, say, haste in answering.
Okay.
So try to understand the question properly.
Okay.
Okay. They were also because you dragged the issue with respect to zones and service allocations. You went into a kind of confrontationist mode,
Okay, sir.
from which you rightfully and wisely withdrew when sir asked you related to Middle East and West Asia. You
Yes.
said, sir, that is a mistake.
Yes.
Even if you would have said that Danix and Danix's case, you would have said that, sir, I think I made a mistake.
Okay.
Even that would have been better. But you started defending the undefendable.
Okay, sir.
Do you understand that? That became problematic. Also, what I felt was that there was no questions on jogging because of paucity of time.
Yeah.
What I want to.
Yes.
So I would like to ask one more question.
Yes.
To you. What is the difference between jogging, trekking, running?
Sir, in jogging, the movement when we jog, basically one of the foot is always on the ground. Sometimes it is not, but most of the times. Whereas in running, both the foot do rise in the air, like they are not on the ground. Both like in the they are in the air, and the speed at which we jog is obviously low, and that makes our expenditure of energy also a bit low. That is why we can jog long distances. Whereas in running, for example, in sprint running, we have to have like high pace, and our expenditure of energy is very high. And we also have to use the core of our area to like perform better. Like we have to have a strong core. So that is the basic difference. And also the metabolism rate. The in jogging, the metabolism rate is like it is not that high, whereas in running the metabolism rate is very high in body.
And now others understand the objective of the personality test.
Yes.
The objective is to see that whether you can be trained, and once trained, will you be an asset or you will become a liability for the administration.
Okay, sir.
Okay. For that, you have to be humble. Yes, you have to show a learning attitude. You have to also highlight the skill set that you have, including your communication skills.
Yeah.
Because in modern administration, communication skills are very important.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how much you are inclined towards modern technology.
Yes, sir.
How do you assess a problem? Can you do multitasking? Can you engage with multiple stakeholders? Your negotiating ability? All these things are taken into consideration.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, these things will enhance with time, experience, training, etc. But do you have the aptitude?
Yes, sir.
That is what is being checked. Okay, we all have certain positive traits in our personality, and there are certain shortcomings.
Yes, sir.
The whole idea should be to portray the positives more than the negatives, and the negatives should not be such that they become a hurdle in the path of glory.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's why you have to be very careful when you use words.
Okay, sir.
Okay, like you were addressing a senior anthropologist by his name. So please be very careful.
Yes.
In one of the instances, you also said when you were addressing his questions, you said matlab in between.
Yes.
Okay, so be very formal when you're interacting. Otherwise, you are a very good candidate, Azad.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Just a few things. The first, my compliments. You come across as a very confident candidate, good communication skills. The first that you need to do is to be a little more crisp in your answers. So, less words and to be more effective. So, crisp. Second thing is that there is in the body language, there is a slang that is very popular these days that is called man spread. So in simple terms, I want you to bring your knees a little closer, just a little closer, because that is how a typical conservative gentleman would sit. But the Americans now, they have invented this, the man spread, and we have to be careful because you have to give the due respect to the board. So bring your knees a little closer. There shouldn't be more than this 6 to 9 inches difference. Now it's okay. And if possible, it's not important, but if possible, if you could buy, आपका interview कब है?
24th January को है, sir.
Do you have another pair of shoes?
I will buy it, sir.
Because either wear Oxford
Yeah.
or Brog or Derby. This is a bit informal. Besides, it has got the metallic brand tag as well.
Okay, sir.
That needs to be avoided. So, but you don't buy very expensive ones. You can Bata or some other shop. Ask them to give me a pair of the Oxford Brog or Brog or Derby. Derby. Derby भी ठीक है. तो लेकिन ये भी ठीक है, लेकिन ये थोड़ा informal है. Because the way the toes elongate upwards, so that's not to be worn. And एक दो चीज़ें जो मैंने quickly note किया था बात करते समय, be very, very careful while talking about the great doyens of anthropology and sociology. Second thing, in the same breath, they use the name of Ariel Alvin and Dr. Ghure, but they are diametrically opposite to each other. So, tukka nahi lagana hai. Be very careful because the people sitting across the table, they might be knowing things. Yes. And बाकी आप बार बार कह रहे थे कि when you were talking about comparing Delhi to the other countries, yes, the capital cities, America, you kept calling central government. Actually, it's a federal government.
Yes.
In Kenya, the same situation is again federal government. So wherever this model is adopted, always use the word federal government, not central government.
Okay, sir.
Take it, be very careful. And one more thing I will suggest, since you are from Delhi, who knows, this may come up and you end up talking like this. So go back and read the Supreme Court's judgment relating to the service matters. Just afterwards, central government passed an ordinance. So you don't have to read that ordinance, but it is a service matter. And that matter is again been challenged. Ordinance has been challenged. So the matter is sub judice, please. Read the Article 239, capital double A carefully, because that will give you enough idea that what Delhi is supposed to do. और अगर आप कोई अच्छी कमेंट्री अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की आपके पास है, आई डोंट वांट टू नेम ऑफ द बुक्स हियर, ओके, तो उस पर 239 ए की एक अच्छी सी कमेंट्री भी पढ़ लीजिएगा, डबल ए की, क्योंकि दिल्ली का मैटर है तो शायद बार बार कहीं आ ही जाए.
Yes, sir.
सो
पुलिस सिस्टम
तो क्यों ना अच्छे से ले लें. और एक और लास्ट, whenever you answer, the moment the board asks you a question, take a pause of a second or two.
Yes.
Take deep breath, just take it, and then you start speaking. So your answers will be crisper, and then it will be better structured.
Okay.
So it so happens the moment a question is asked, you start speaking, and then you have a tendency to give a longer answer. All these things I'm saying, keeping in mind that you have got 2 weeks time.
Yes.
And this all can be improved. So you have to slightly slow down, shorter answer, structured it, pair of shoes, knees coming closer,
Okay, sir.
coming closer, and try to speak always in a formal English. Keep somebody around who raises his or her finger the moment you use something informal.
Okay, sir.
So a little more careful we have to be in the choice of the words while speaking before a board like this. Rest is absolutely okay. You come across as a very confident candidate, and communication skill is also good. Sitting properly, sitting erect. Your non-verbal communication is almost okay.
Rest is what about tie?
Yes, the tie is okay, but if your the collar of your shirt needs to be a little crisper. So new pair and new shirt generally collars are okay, but after the 5 or 10 washing, they become a bit sluggish. So if possible,
Yes, sir. I will make.
crisp. Okay, so set up for the collars. Tie is okay. Are you wearing this suit?
Yes, sir.
Interview?
The suit, yes.
So it's okay. If you can you buy a maroon, dark maroon tie, plain, dark maroon tie. But remember, take it in the light. It should not be shiny. It should not be reflecting light. So it should be matte kind of material, and or earth color, and should not be shiny.
Okay, maroon color tie, sir.
Maroon, dark maroon will look much better on this. A new shirt, if it's, but then these all things are optional. I'm not insisting that you should do that. Pair of shoes and this, because everything costs money. So if things are very comfortable for you, then you can do that as well. Computer science, we couldn't ask, I didn't ask, but recent times, the artificial intelligence and its interface with the dramatic changes in every field that is happening, there would be questions. Father of the computer science himself, who got the Nobel Prize, he himself has raised doubts about the artificial intelligence in itself. We need to be wary of that. So उसको पढ़ लीजिएगा.
Okay, sir.
क्योंकि आपका उसमें BTech है.
Yes, sir.
But you were doing quite well. And I'm quite happy to see your performance. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So how you? I think almost all things have been covered by sirs. Uh, means your answer should be rather quick. Okay, sir. That sir has suggested. Keep on that. Try to improve on that. You have almost 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will do it.
Sir, what about the question for Delhi police that you asked me? That should it be under, like I said, mayor in London. So I was in a fix. Like I have said that mayor should, in London, mayor is like.
You said that in London, mayor is holding the authority.
Yes, over
Police. Yes, but here you were saying that chief minister. Here you were against it.
You asked me, so why are we not doing it for the chief minister? What is the problem? So I was like that. Yes, you are right. At the same time, means we can't do that because we are a union territory and the MHA is MHA is controlling the Delhi police. So I was not able to
You can means don't be so adamant in any position.
Okay, sir.
You can be flexible enough that there are views like that, there are views like that.
Okay, sir.
And I think these positions will be more comfortable.
Okay, sir.
If possible, you could add one thing. You can say that Delhi being the capital city,
Yes, sir.
we have got the international interface, and there are the other states representatives also there. The parliament is there. So the policing, in order to avoid the typical Vesa character or state character, it is under the central government. And the federal governments in some countries, they have also adopted this model.
Yes.
So we have also adopted
You can-
this model.
You can compare with those countries.
Okay.
So call them federal.
Okay.
Call them federal.
Don't take extreme position. Point of no return. Don't there.
Exactly.
Okay. So always have like intelligent people never go to extremes.
Yes.
Okay. Wise people never go to extremes. They always entertain the counter perspective as well.
Yes.
And leave a space for further deliberation.
Okay, sir.
That's the hallmark of an intelligent mind.
Okay, sir.
Okay. One more thing before sir discloses your code. When I asked you about your weakness,
Yes, sir.
what did you say? I
Self-criticism.
more than necessary. I criticize myself. That is what
Yes, yes. Excessive self-criticism.
excessive self-criticism. Do you think that is a good weakness to portray?
So I don't know.
That can promote red tapeism in the system. If you keep on criticizing every move more than necessary, you won't be a doer. You would only become a planner. And we have had enough planners. We want now doers also.
Yes.
Okay. And further, whenever you are highlighting a weakness, Adarsh, you must also tell what you are doing to overcome it.
Yes.
Do you understand that? यहीं पे आपका काम खत्म नहीं होता कि आप बस बता दें कि मुझ में ये वीकनेस है.
Okay, sir.
Like, don't adopt this, what I'm trying to say, but just I'm giving you a hint. आप ये बोल सकते हैं, I have a weakness for sweets, and you can overcome it with determination.
Yes.
This is not coming in between your duties as a civil servant.
Yes.
बस बहुत ज़्यादा क्रिटिसाइज आप करोगे, आपको कोई सजेशन देगा तो आप उस पर बहुत ज़्यादा सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म करने लग जाओगे, ठीक है ना. आपके हर एक्शन पे आप बहुत ज़्यादा सोचने लग जाओगे, तो आप करोगे कब काम? Got it?
Okay, sir.
Sir.
So, you have anything to ask?
No, sir. I have asked.
ठीक है ना? Okay. So, based on your performance, we've broken it into several silos, and we've arrived at the figure of assigning to you about 145 to 155.
Okay, sir.
There's a lot of scope to improve. You have everything in you. थोड़ा सी fine tuning करना है, and there is some time also. Some fine tuning will make it happen.
Okay, sir.
Take it in the correct spirit.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
But we can easily reach up to 170. Actually, I 14 wanted. We all are in agreement to that.
Okay, sir.
You are a brilliant candidate.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and we hope to see you in the finalist.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.